So I'm currently getting ready for my outpatient block. So Penn has this system where we do 6 weeks inpatient and then 2 weeks outpatient. Outpatient is practically when we see patients in the clinic rather than being in the hospital. So it's mostly patients that were discharged from the hospital or patients that are coming in just for a routine visit or patients that are coming in due to an acute problem, but it's not acute enough to go to the hospital or to go to the urgent care or to go to the ER. So they decide to come to the clinic. Most of the times it's just management of like chronic long-term problems. So that's typically kind of fun. This will be the first time I'll be introducing myself to patients as their primary care physician. So that's also kind of exciting. It's crazy how the roles have changed. I used to remember always going to my primary care physician and even taking like my mom to her primary care physician. So it's kind of nice to be on the other side, and it's also a thing of honor and a thing of privilege. But yeah, so that's what we're getting ready for. We'll see how the day goes. Should be exciting. Let's go. I like to start my morning off with some coffee while I pre-chart. So pre-chart practically entails just quickly looking over the patients because sometimes you get some patients that don't end up showing after you've done all the work pre-charting. But during pre-chart, I like to look over the patients, look at the last time they were in the clinic, and then what they came into the clinic for and what's happened since they last came to the clinic. So that could be a hospital admission, a visit to the emergency department, or a visit to the urgent care. What labs were done, what imagings were done, any telephone encounters or any telephone calls for any specific problem, and just try to get a better picture of how their health has been since they were last seen in the clinic. But since this was my first time seeing everyone, I took a little bit longer in getting to go through the chart, get a better idea of what the patient's medical history is like, surgical history was like. But that's how I like to start my morning. And then after that, breakfast. So let's swipe over to breakfast. Also, I just want to use this moment to acknowledge just how incredibly lucky and fortunate I am to have a partner in my life who could support me in such a way. Shout out Amanda, thank you very much, I love you. Okay, back to the video, enough sappiness. It's crazy because going in here, the vibes are already a lot less nerve-wracking compared to inpatients. Definitely a lot less stressful compared to inpatient medicine. So right now, it's mostly just going to be like just taking time with my patients, getting to know them, them getting to know me too. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. Can we get to the first one? Let's go.
Okay, so I just got back from seeing my very first patient, and it is incredible. There's just something special and different about seeing patients in clinic. It's just one-on-one, just you and the patient. And the first time introducing myself and saying, hey, I'm gonna be your primary care physician, and from now on, like, we'll build this rapport moving forward, and the joy in the patient's face, it was absolutely incredible. And then, just little things like just asking about family, taking time, unlike in the inpatient setting when you only have like 5 to 10 minutes to try and discuss as many things as possible. But this time around, like, we took our time. And the good thing is that because they know it's our first day, our program scheduled it in a way that we have an hour per patient. So I actually got to take my time, get to know about the patient, get to build our rapport. And it felt special. The whole time I kept imagining my mom when I go to see my mom's primary care physician with her. And it just felt special being on the other side and just treating the patient like I would love other physicians to treat my own mom. And it's incredible. So right now I'm actually going to chart the visit and write up my notes and then pre-chart on my next patient. So it looks like this is a brand new patient to the clinic. My second patient, brand new patient to the clinic. It looks like they're coming here just to establish care with us. We don't have much in the chart, so it's an opportunity again for me to get to know the patient right from scratch. And there are a couple things I've done here. I've looked at their vitals. Everything looks okay. Blood pressure is a little bit elevated actually, so I'll discuss that with them and see if they have any past history of diagnosed hypertension and if they take anything for that and if it's been helpful or not helpful. I'll also just put in some baseline labs which we get on every new patient, so things like your cholesterol, HIV screening, hepatitis screening. This is internal medicine, so we see adults, so I'll put in some baseline labs just so we have a baseline of what things are moving forward. So if the patient comes back for a follow-up visit in 6 months to a year's time and we check those labs again, that way I have an idea of what the baseline is. If things are going up, like the hemoglobin A1C, for example, which is a test we get for diabetes, if that's going up, then I'll have a better idea of, okay, is that something we need to look at? So I'll pen those labs and then I'll go see the patient, discuss with the patient, and then discuss with my supervisor, and then we'll go back see the patient and let the patient know what the plan is and what we're thinking. But I anticipate this should be another fun one. All right, so I just got back from seeing my second patient. This was relatively more straightforward than the first patient. It was a lot quicker. She came in with an acute problem, so it was very easy to just address the one problem, focus on the one problem, get it done, talk about a plan. And the way it also works here is that after we see a patient, we go and do what we call precepts. So you go see an attending physician, present the case to the attending physician, and then you also come up with your plan with the attending physician. And then you both go in, so yourself and the attendant, who's your supervising physician, go in, see the patient. The attendant does a quick exam and quick brief history to clarify some things. And then you let the patient know what the plan is, and the attendant steps out and you finish up the visit, wrap up the visit, and give the patient their discharge instruction. But anyways, just finished seeing my second one, going to see my third one, and then off to lunch. So I'll catch you guys at lunch. All right, here we go. Okay, that's it. All done for the day. Saw all my patients. Unfortunately, 2 canceled, but that's okay. I'll get to meet them some other time. But yeah, I've seen everyone. first day of clinic done. It is exhausting. It is tiring. It's very different compared to being inpatient, but it was fun. Honestly, looking forward to going home and just relaxing, putting my feet up. It's also kind of nice to be getting out at 5 compared to 7, 8 p.m. when I'm in the hospital. But this was actually quite tiring, but fun. It was really, really exciting to be able to come up with a plan together with patients. And one thing I've learned is that people know what they want and people know what's been going on a lot better outpatient than inpatient. There's some people that you still have to do some education with, and that's normal. That's normal everywhere. But most times, compared to inpatient, where people actually have no idea what's going on, they just know the main symptom they came in with. This time around, a lot of times it wasn't just the clinician driving the ship, it was the patient also like driving the ship. It was a team effort, which I loved. I'll give my input, I'll get feedback from the patient. What do you think of this plan? What do you think of that plan? Actually, doc, I think we should do this. Okay, yeah, I like that, let's try that. Actually, no, last time I did that, this happened. Oh, that's good. All right, now we know that happened, let's try something else. That was just fun. So it's been great in that aspect. But time to head home, time to go get some dinner, and then we go again tomorrow. Let's go. Woohoo! We're free. Made it. That was great. All done. Let's go. Day 1, being in clinic, all done. Walking out to a beautiful day. Great scenery. I'm gonna go home now. Maybe play some tennis actually. Play some tennis with Amanda, and then just relax and enjoy the rest of the evening, and then probably just watch some TV and call it a night. But yeah, I love this outpatient life, to be honest. It's just nice to walk out and it not be dark and still know that you could do stuff in the day. But yeah, catch you all on the next one.